Time for the Champions League. We really enjoy Champions League. It's time to go back to the dynamic of the tournament where we are the reigning champions, which is good. So we're going to face the Sporting for Portugal. And we're going to talk about the lineup and what we think is going to happen, what we hope to see after the great performance in the Manzanares. For those of you who don't know, the Manzanares is the river that goes right underneath the Calderón, where we gave a beautiful performance on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think that Real has to give continuity to this momentum that Real built at Calderón with a very smart lineup, with a very balanced lineup, with no name, with players, and I hope that I would like to see
some names,
obviously, but some names willing to work for the team.
Exactly.
And that's the key. When these big names, when these big superstars are willing to work for the group, you have a close to an unbeatable team.
There you go. And we basically think that it would be smart for Zidane to face this game with the same lineup. Really, having into account that we're going to have games more, let's say, apt for rotation on Saturday against Sporting de Gijón in the league, and then the second leg of the Copa del Rey against the Leonesa. We could see in those games Sergio Ramos coming back into the dynamic, James getting some more minutes, Asensio as well.
Yeah, Zidane can use these two games after the Sporting Lisbon one to first put back the players who have been injured, like Casemiro,
give some players some rest.
Yeah, and then those players that are in the supporting cast, like Asensio, like James, these players need to be engaged in the team, and those two games are perfect. But in this game, Real Madrid has to secure at least a point to advance through the knockout stage. So it's real big deal here.
This is very important because this is how the group looks right now. Of course, Real Madrid could draw this game, and then beating Dortmund at home, we would be through. But the truth is, we need to win these two games to be first of the group.
Yeah.
That's the math we have to do. So, the lineup, to repeat, if some of you don't remember, which I don't think, will be Keylor Navas. The lineup we are hoping to see. Keylor Navas, Carvajal on the right, Marcelo on the left. The only doubt we have is if Sergio Ramos, who's already ready, and we actually thought he would play in the Calderón, is going to go back and is going to sit on the bench, maybe Nacho or Varane.
But honestly, it shouldn't be a footballistic doubt after Nacho and Varane's performance at Calderón. Yeah. This duo played at Calderón after the game in 2015 when Real Madrid lost 4-0. They were the starting center backs. But in this game, they turned around the situation. I haven't seen such a dominating performance by a duo of center backs in a while.
It was perfect. It was flawless.
It was perfect. I would underline Varane's situation. We have been very critical with him all over the season, but he step up in that game, and I think that Varane.
I think it was more of a step up by Varane because Varane had these lagoons. But Nacho, I think Nacho was on the line that we expected. A solid Nacho, consistent Nacho, no mistake Nacho.
Varane had no mistakes, and Varane dominated the aerial game, dominated the situation, dominated the clearances. I think that Fernando Torres, Gameiro and Griezmann are in Varane's and Nacho's pockets right now.
All right, that's a nice poetry from Iñaki. Center of the pitch for, Modric, Kovacic and Isco, I think no doubt. And hopefully we'll see on the three up top, not the BBC, but Lucas Vázquez on the right, Bale on the left, where he's probably the most productive, and Cristiano as a striker, where he's also most productive.
Absolutely. I think that this system gives Real Madrid the more balanced team we've seen in Zidane's era.
Yes.
And I think it's because, especially one thing, because you have four men without the ball, with Lucas in the right and Bale on the left, that they are willing to work for the team, as I was saying.
They did work on Saturday, and hopefully they'll continue doing that.
The occupation of the spaces are perfect with the system of the ball. But with the ball, we have Isco playing number 10, which is his best position. You have Bale on
we have seen Isco play, but we hadn't really seen Isco play like he played on Saturday in a long time. And like having Isco at that level of inspiration, he has to be on the pitch. Absolutely. He has to be in that position.
And Bale too. Bale in the wing can provide assists, can get to the finish line, and right now Cristiano is a number 9. We have been saying for a while, for several months, you cannot think in now Cristianos as a triple threat, as a guy who can be all around the final third. He's now a box player, and he's maybe the best box player in the world. So you have to capitalize that, and with this system, this is the perfect system to this football organization around a Cristiano number 9.
So maybe after all this time, all these months, maybe in the end this is what Zidane was looking for, and maybe he will stick to this. Let's see what happens tomorrow, of course, in Lisbon. Sporting again, they haven't been doing very well. I think they're a little weaker than the Sporting we saw in the first leg. They have only won 1 of the last 6 official games. So
at the Bernabeu, they prove that they are the kind of team that can harm Real Madrid if Real Madrid doesn't look like a team.
Yes.
And I think they capitalize the center field, they have the ball, they have possession in the final third, and Real only win because of the courage and the final
heart in the end, the 5 minutes, the push.
I think that going back to our previous point, with this system, with this occupation of the spaces, with the 2 Croatian midfielders, with Isco, with Bale and Lucas Workers, you are going to have the ball. And if you are going to have the ball, this Sporting Lisbon is going to be suffering a lot for the most of the night.
Let's hope they suffer all night. And I'm going to say that Real Madrid will win 2-0, which would be a very nice result. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to go crazy thinking like, oh yeah, we beat Atleti 3-0, so let's beat this guy 6-0. So I'm going to go with a 2-0.
We get the game with back-to-back clean sheets for Keylor. So I'm going to stick to the clean sheet in this one, and I go with 1 goal more. I think we are going to repeat Calderon's performance. Oh no, I don't know if performance, but score. And I go with a 0-3 at Lisboa, hometown. Bueno, the first club of Cristiano Ronaldo. He's from Funchal, Madeira, but he's back where the story in the professional football began for him. It will be special for Cristiano for sure.
It is true.
Being obviously when
he's gonna feel like he's going back home. Yeah, definitely.
And we hope he has a good night.
Well, he's surely gonna have a good night. So 3-0. 2-0, Galacticos, let us know what you think is going to happen. What do you expect from this game? Do you expect to see Real Madrid on this very positive line that we saw on Saturday? Of course, give us a like and subscribe, share the video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, right after the game, we'll be live for analyzing it as always.
Goodbye.